What's up, boys? Today we're going to be doing a giant Sharknado Myrmidon. So we're looking for the Jawstorm skill, conjures a storm of jaws over a random enemy that moves randomly, causing damage, applying fragility, icy veins, increases their damage taken, and then you can also shoot icicles, doing heavy damage and applying slow. To go with that, we're also looking for Earthquake to give us Colossal for the extra area modifier, and the brittle damage taken, and then just a bunch of buffs, I think. We've got 25% of crit chance is added as crit damage because Myrmidon has the crit chance buff. Got multicast mastery since she has the multicast buff. And then Divine Legacy because lots of legendaries is fun, and then one extra skill slot so we can have even more buffs. Titan Hunt. Is that my highest here? I guess so. Thought I was a bit lower than that, okay.
Let the battle begin! It's time to collect Titan blood!
So we'll do a bit of grinding before we go for any of the objectives so we can get a few levels and a couple more skills out. So we'll have Earthquake, Sharknado, probably one other lasting damaging ability, and then I think 4 different buffs, and then that'll give us huge scaling whenever we get damage for lasting stuff. Tons of different stats off of all the buffs, as well as the damage of our main skills. I don't know if that's that good. Honestly, we could probably just ban that. Blue crit damage. I feel like you need to get some decent armor for that one to be worthwhile so that you can have like a big percentage reduction before that's applied, I think. Which you actually could do in some way on the Myrmidon, but I'm not going to build for that. I think the passive even does give you some decent armor power while it's active. Not the passive, the Ascension skill I think it's called. Don't really care, that'll be okay for leveling for now, I think. Actually, really good for leveling. Maybe I should keep that, whoa. Gives us crit chance as well? Honestly, that seems pretty good. I think I might try that. Probably gonna ban Leviathan because I don't really like lowering my movement speed. You don't really need to do that though. Toss some rerolls, try and find something a bit higher. Missile Fisher, we're eventually replacing that. I think I'm probably just going to ban block power as well, and then toss some more rerolls. Oh, I could have banned the slow thing. Grab some early XP here. Yeah, that does have the lasting tag. Some decent utility on it. Seems pretty cool. I don't think anything here is super important. We'll just take some shockwave totems, I guess. Yeah, I think we can ban that now, and then take a crit damage there. So here's our little trident, so that'll give us a bunch of stats and also cast a damaging spell on top of that. We'll take the global upgrader for those. Earth shields will have the lasting tag at least. Blue crit chance? Yep. Green global. Blizzard is ice and lasting, so I think that should be pretty good. That's lasting as well and gets form, huh? That would actually be pretty good. Yeah, since we want a lot of crit chance, that would help stack it up. Okay, maybe we won't go for a lot of cold skills after all then.
Let it flow!
cast speeds. We can probably start doing some objectives now. Very spiky. Blue crit chance.
Power chosen, balance held. The pressure's rising. The Titan's close.
Don't really care here, we'll just take that for now. I think I probably will replace that eventually. We'll grab some magnetic. Thrust into non-thrust damage modifier. That's very good actually. That should improve our buffs once we actually start seeing them.
Power beyond measure.
Arcane power. We finally got our first buff. Yeah. So that'll give us a bunch of multicast. We still don't have the Sharknado though. I guess I should probably ban those. And then we can grab a copy of that to start applying leads on everything. Take the global there, nothing I really want here. I was initially thinking Sharknado plus that and Blizzard, but honestly I think having the huge crit chance stacking will probably be cooler. And then I guess we can probably ban that as well. 6% only while that's active. Isn't that really bad when you consider the global upgrade would be much higher all the time? So I think we actually want to ban this since we'll have that up eventually through just cast speed. That'll be useless later on. Yeah, like as a green, this is up all the time. Unless it's multiplicative, which it might be. But you would still need a lot for that to actually work. We're eventually replacing that, so I'll just take that. Duration, we can get rid of that too. Take the green multicast. I should have opened this before I grabbed the boss crystals. Nope. So this is crit chance. That actually won't do anything to the buffs, I think. So it might actually be a good time to toss a reroll since we have these available. Love Bloodlust for the cast frequency and move speed. We can get rid of that thing, or that actually. So physical, that's not going to end up being that good, I think. That will do nothing. That will actually work on Earthquake. So since we have so many useless things right now, I think we're just going to take one and save the locks for later. And hopefully have that trigger Earthquake a bunch, so that we can get a lot of the colossal area of effect stacks for that. I'll grab some early movement so we can avoid stuff. Precision wave for the crit chance, we can get rid of that now.
So the tide rises.
And then it comes down to whether or not I want might or the earth thing, I think. Yeah. We can get rid of that now that I have a copy, and then that's fine to help prevent one-shots later on. Grab that and then do the blue objective while we have the big buff up. Oh right, Sharknado. We definitely need that. What would I replace for might? Oh right, that. We definitely replace that and then maybe that. Toss a reroll. That's getting replaced. We should probably just wait on that a bit then.
Power chosen, balance held.
I like potency on Bloodlust, that's not bad. Honestly, I get some extra locks as we go through portals, so I think I will take both of those. And that'll help out the bits with the early game power as well. Go ahead and grab that now. Area. So it doesn't actually do anything on those two, it's just those two, but I guess that's okay.
Power beyond measure.
Nope. Ooh, blue potency, yup.
Power flows inside of me.
That's not going to do a whole lot in a little bit more time, so probably just go ahead and ban that. And then we'll try and use the rerolls when I have these skills available as well, so we can try to find Sharknado a bit faster. So like right here, if there's no decent passives, it would be good, but I think I will take the XP. Don't really need that.
Guard the prize. Face the demons.
So 2 different attacks. I think I'd rather get the slow into disarray. That will increase our damage based on applying that debuff, and that'll work on everything. Might, we can do that.
Let it flow.
I'll save the reroll so we can try and get the Sharknado faster. Damage of lasting, that is extremely good. That's one of the best upgrades we can get. All of my damage skills and all of my buffs. Oh crap, I forgot Earthquake, oops. Well, we can toss some rerolls. Take a green multicast. I saw it right as I was skipping, crap, I forgot that one. I guess we'll have to replace Might then, I guess. It's very good damage, but it's probably the least interesting thing we have, I guess. Cast frequency. It's useless later on, but it'll help a bit right now. There's nothing great there anyways. Thrust into Earth. That'll be cool once we get Earthquake. This is damage of thrust, so that's pretty good as well. I think we will do that.
Power chosen. Balance held.
Jawstorm, finally. So we can put that on Earth Shields.
Power beyond measure.
Oh yeah, look at those Jawstorms. They're jawsome. Slow into disarray, that's fine. Thrust into holy, that's junk. That is pretty bad. Thrust into chaos, that's pretty bad. Toss a reroll here. That's okay. That's 2 basically decent. I think these are okay.
Waves crash at my will. The blood is in my blood. The tide of battle turns.
So if we want to replace that out of these for Earthquake, I think it's going to be a damage loss, but it'll make the tornadoes bigger, and that's what we want. So I think I will do that. Might be best to replace one of those, but they're pretty cool. So, oh well.
Is now mine.
So having a source of Shattered is very good to have the constant stacking of armor reduction.
Caves like this echo with old scenes. I will answer with new cuts. Our purpose is real.
Bloodlust potency. Nope. Toss a reroll here since we have the level up stuff. Those aren't the greatest, so we can toss a few more. That's fine.
I'm closing in.
Movement speeds. I think we probably do need to turn off the spell graphics pretty soon though. Those are some pretty big Sharknadoes. We don't even have the Earthquake yet since I messed that up. That's fine since it's kind of the main skill I'm trying to scale here. Thrust, that's pretty good. Actually, I am really glad we have that upgrade available since that will buff up that 120% crit chance, which will also give us some decent crit damage. So it's nice we have that sort of synergy available as well. Nope. Potency, that's quite good. Extra crit chance. Green disarray for extra damage. go Earthquake, so goodbye Might, even though you're extremely good. I went Giant Sharknadoes. I guess so.
Power flows, for our purpose is reaching fulfillment. Minerals were
Oh, again, skip that now. Take some blue area.
the tide of battle turns in my favor. I am closing in.
Disarray into bleed. Ooh, multicast on that. Honestly, we could probably block these. I don't normally go for the skill-specific upgrades all that much other than the buff stuff, but I'll make an exception for Jawstorm.
The current
Cast
favors me.
frequency... Nah. I guess... Rust and Ice. Oh, that's actually insane. That'll make Jawstorm trigger more often. That's the only ice skill. Okay, that's actually really cool. There's like two really good synergies I didn't even think of there with that and the thrusting power. So that's bad. That's very good. That's very good. Would I reroll and spend a bunch of locks to get rid of that? I don't think so. Probably just go like this.
From death to glory.
Blue for just that one. Ooh, Bloodlust potency.
Soul by soul.
Ooh, Precision Wave potency. Ooh, instant cast ice. I think we can probably do that. I usually end up at a point where I need to spend a bunch of my locks and rerolls anyways, since I'm not using them enough. I wish Bloodlust would keep casting as you're running over to the Titan.
The chamber opens. Blood answers blood.
Yeah, I can't see anything. We've got to turn that down a bit. Oh. As cool as it is seeing all the individual sharks on the Sharknado, it is absolutely covering the entire screen. Thrust into other stuff, crit chance. It's not the greatest, but I think it's okay here.
Let it flow.
He's camping my tridents. That one is crit again. It's fine. Multicast based on thrust. That's not actually that good, because we'll have so much from the arcane power, and it resets upon taking damage. Honestly, I'm down for the double crit scaling plus some extra movement speed here.
The desert is cursed. Let's turn it into an ocean of fear.
Did she say Ocean of Fear? That doesn't sound very bright to turn something into. Ooh, Jawstorm.
Every triumph.
Ooh, crit chance. Area of Jawstorm is fine this time. Movements. That isn't very good, I think. Don't have a copy of that yet. Some extra slowing. Area of those three. Doesn't do anything for that, so really just those two. That's okay, not amazing. We won't really need that pretty soon. Probably just take some cast speed so we can get to that point a little bit faster. We have a copy of that, and I'm not really going for bleed damage. I'm not sure if that really does anything. I would mainly be interested in, like, the debuffs that would apply from the slow itself. Probably just toss some rerolls. Ooh, area of Jawstorm. No. Ooh, area.
Power flows inside of me.
Cast an Earthquake, that'll get us more colossal stacks. Don't care that much, I guess so. That's okay, that's very good, that's I think that's fine.
The pressure is rising. The tight.
Not really. I guess. Quick chance.
Let's see how strong Titans really are.
Cast.
Let it flow.
Oh, don't go up there.
Titan blood now feeds the hunter's cause.
Yeah, that does give us some decent buffs at least. So we can get a decent amount of extra crit chance, but I'm already generating a lot of that. So that'll probably end up being better, especially since that's stacking it up for us.
Power chosen, balance held. Let monsters drown in my wake. Let's end this nightmare.
That's crit chance. Wish we would get the damage one more often to improve the buffs as well. Ooh, lasting damage. Potency bloodlust. And then cast speeds. I guess it's okay. Ooh, potency of precision wing.
Power beyond measure.
Finally, a damage. Oh, I guess that's the thrust themselves, though. Disarray.
To the Titan. The tide of battle turns in my favor.
Probably just reroll there. Ooh, potency. Multicast. That'll get us more colossal stacks and more brittle. Cast speeds.
Our purpose is real.
Jawstorm. Probably don't need a ton of that. More Jawstorm. Damage of physical, that's quite good. Although, shouldn't that giant earthquake be physical? You would think so, but actually it's magical. Jawstorm, yeah. Thrust. That's decent. That's decent. That's not great. Probably just toss a reroll here. Ooh, that's fun. That's decent. Thrust into Earth. That'll get us more AoE as well. I think I'm fine with that.
Draw me nearer. Titan. The flood is in my blood. The tide of battle turns in my favor. I'm closing in. My soul, the tide rises.
Damage there. Cast
Our
speed.
purpose is real.
Crit chance, and then I guess crit damage here. I guess disarray to bleed. No. Multicast. Multicast earthquake. I guess I'll take a crit.
The time has come to face the Titan.
Why is that yellow beam that's following me there? Like, he has a beam attack, but he's not doing it right now. And I don't know what that is. Like, that's his actual beam attack. The other thing is just, like, baiting me. Let's go with the crit chance there.
Let it flow!
Dude, that is a lot of water, considering I'm at, like, 20% skill graphics. Jesus. We're gonna have to turn that even further down. Slow into brittle. We do have some of that, but it's definitely more useful than that, I think. And that should stack it a lot higher as well. Which I guess would only be from the slow on hit we have for global upgrades. Potency of precision wave.
By blood and honor, let the portal break to me. The time has come. Time to cut the king's head off.
Pretty awkward spot to fight some of these guys. Toss some rerolls. It's fine.
Power chosen, balance held.
I guess we probably should have built in the bleed a bit more. Whatever. Thrust into chaos? No. Don't have a copy of that yet.
Fragment by fragment, I close in.
I think we're kind of okay on that for now. Acid thrust, that'll give us more buffs off of them at least, and more exposed there. It's not terrible.
This magic. It falters. This has opened. That door.
That's quite good, that's terrible, that is pretty bad. I'm gonna toss a reroll there. It would only cost me 1 to keep that with me, so that's probably worth it. That is okay, not amazing. That's pretty nice though.
Success! Holy crap!
Did we just get something else here? Oh yeah, we got the multicast for that. Not bad. Bigger Sharknadoes. Ooh, potency. I think I will lock that.
The glory! Getting closer!
Damage of empowering, we definitely need that, so I guess so. It'll help out a bit with the boss, I guess. I was hoping to get a bit more cast speed so we wouldn't need that.
Fragment by fragment, I close in. The gate is broken. His judgment follows at my heels.
Fresh meat. It smells like fear. Oh, it's sweet when it fights back.
Does he sound like Freddy Krueger? The new one? That completely flopped? Reroll. Guess that's fine. Don't think so. I guess that's fine.
The current favors me.
Wait, that's cast frequency. No, that's useless. Area for everything. Ooh, potency. Oops, didn't receive those over there. There's a lot of stuff on the ground now. They did at least improve it a bit. Slow into disarray. Potency. Ooh, big Sharknadoes. I wonder if the cast on that's actually better for all of the stuff we have off of that, but whatever.
Power beyond measure. One sigil lit, 4 more to go. Guard the prize. Face the demons.
Potency's good. I guess we can do that. Area, sure, bigger Jawstorms. That is very good. That's useless. That's okay, not great. We'll lock that and do a reroll. That's fun. That's okay. I think we can do that.
Wait! Crash!
Don't have a copy of that yet. I don't think that's very good. We do need a copy of that though. No. That's decent. Ooh, Jawstorm. Cast speed, yep.
How?
Really wants me to take that, huh? Okay.
Beyond measure.
Cast speed. Damage of lasting is really good. We can do that. I guess we can do that too.
Heat won't stop the tide. Neither will demons and beasts. The pressure's
How much crit chance are we up to now? 946%. 440 there. And 552% crit damage.
rising. The tide is close.
Bleed damage. There's actually a Myrmidon skill that also has a damage multiplier itself based on your crit chance, which would actually be pretty insane with all of that. potency. The casting from that, I think it is, still looks kind of insane with like 5% skill graphics. Like, I think that's those giant white circles going everywhere. That doesn't seem to be affected by the graphics settings as much. That's kind of silly, dude. What the heck? That's so many circles. I guess so.
The tide of battle turns in my favor. I'm closing in. And I stood.
That is crit chance. Probably just take that. Ooh, potency. We can get that out of the pool.
Let's see how strong Titans really are.
You know, it's kind of weird there's all those babies on her, and then they just don't even interact with the fight at all, right? Or maybe those are the scorpions that are constantly coming in from the outside. They seem a bit bigger than that, though. But maybe that is what they are. Yeah, we don't have a copy of that yet.
The current favors me.
Oh god, the circles! I can't see! That does so much considering I dashed out of it, like, as it casted. We have that. It's fine. Uh-oh. Artifact power, I don't think that's generally all that good. We don't have that yet, so that's actually very good, although I do have some from that. I think that'll still be a lot more overall with all of my abilities. Those circles are crazy, dudes. That has no effect on them, really? Well, I guess we can turn that slightly back up then. That's useless, that's okay, that's fun. I'll just toss a full reroll. It's okay, that's good, that is decent. Gets us more colossal at least. Kind of want to find stuff that like buffs up all of our buffs though, we have so many of those. I have a bunch of rerolls. Multicast, that's not great. Not really. That's quite good. I think I'm fine with that.
From death to glory.
Bro, those circles are so ridiculous, what the heck? Probably just go here. Potency. Jawstorm damage. Potency.
Mineral growth. Forward.
Damage, that's pretty good. That one is crit chance. Multicast on Earthquake, yep.
Balance. Head.
Don't really need that. I guess I didn't need to do this one either.
Pressure's rising. The Titans look.
No. Damage of area, that's very good.
Our purpose is.
Potency.
It's in fulfillment. The chamber opens. Blood answers blood.
I don't know if that even helps me here. But a crit chance for those two, I guess.
The current favors me.
Oh my god, I can't control my character. There's so many circles I can't see. I accidentally ran into that. The circles are so insane, man. The circles are so pixely. What the heck? Probably not. That's very good.
Let it flow.
Ah, that damages you even when you dash through it. I didn't really have time because of how it's cut off there. Because apparently you can't dash through the lasers. Like, his AoE is just so fast at this point in the game. 48% attack speed for them. 50% attack speed there. Plus 500,000% health. But yeah, that's about all I could do for Jawstorm. It was still a bit worse than Earthquake. We could have maybe replaced one of these with Might and had more damage overall. But I still think the super high crit chance was cool for the rune that gives us crit damage off of it as well. 359 multicast, 233, 465 cast frequency, 440% crit chance, huge Jawstorms, bunch of Colossal and Brittle there. that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.